So the problem today is that kids, they have so many options. They have so many options of what to choose. Do I start a business? Do I go into school? If I go into school, what industry am I going into? If I go into business, what niche am I picking? What kind of marketing do I need to do? Who do I need to hire? What money investment do I need to start with? It gets overwhelming, and people start to stall out. This is what happened to me from about the age of 12 to now, 16. I'm just getting out of this. I stalled out because there were so many options. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I loved doing stop motion. I thought and still think that film might be one of my career paths that I would choose. I love doing it. Early age, I started doing stop motion, going to my bed, taking pictures, terrible stop motions, but I was interested in it and I loved it. It was the highlight of my days, my weeks, my months. That's what I would do. I was a fairly lonely kid. I was an introvert, so it was the perfect hobby for me. But then as I started to grow up, as I probably around 12, 13, I start to read these books, okay? I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read Buffett's 3 Favorite Books. I read First Steps to Wealth by Danny Johnson. And I start to realize that doing film, it definitely is something that can be used in today's culture. People are doing film everywhere, but it might not be the thing that I want to do. I might want to shift into business. Definitely Buffett's 3 Favorite Books that inspired me so hard. I couldn't understand a thing they were saying. Full transparency, I couldn't understand a thing they were saying. But I read it and it filled me with hope that there's more than me, that there's a way to make money in this world that doesn't involve me working my whole life, that there is investments that I can put myself into that could give me lifelong returns. So that's what I started going into. But then I start to learn about stocks, and I start to learn that there's a money investment. And I start to figure out, oh my goodness, I have to invest money. And if I invest money, it could all go to nothing. And me and my dad, actually, we went and sat down in his office one night, his little 5x6 office, and we started looking at stocks. And none of the principles from Buffett's 3 Favorite Books worked because the economy, this was 2022, the economy was just crazy. It was not doing well. So, back to the drawing board. What should I do? Then I start looking into other businesses. Mind you, this is all while doing school. So I start looking in other businesses. I start looking into SMMA. I start looking into drop shipping. I start looking into the whole shebang, right? Anything you see online that YouTubers are doing. Start a community, start a Discord server, all the above. And while I'm doing this all, school is kind of a sideline thing. I'm not fully putting myself at it. I'm kind of 50%ing it. Enough to kind of do it, but not full potential. Actually, probably not even 50. I'm homeschooled, and my mom took the unschooling approach. I think that is definitely a valid choice. We went into how it works is basically the kid chooses when he does the school. So I wasn't doing much school right up until age 14, 15, basically. And then once I did get into school, I joined this thing. It's a group of people meet every week. I got into it, and I wasn't putting myself 100% at it because I was looking at businesses and this and that, but never actually starting anything. And I kept looking around, looking for business opportunities. I'd find a good one, but then I'd wait too long and that business opportunity was gone. And while this is going on, my grades aren't doing well. Okay, so my schooling isn't doing great. And that's because I'm very split focus. And how I structured my days is it wasn't 50% do school, 50% do business. My days were structured business priority, school second. I didn't know what I needed to do for business in a given day. So what would end up happening is I'd start and I'd do business stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I get fired up. But then I don't know what to do. And then school is kind of hard and I didn't really want to do it. So then Minecraft. And then I'd go back to business and like, I really need to figure out this thing. Minecraft. And this looped. Then I was introduced to YouTube Shorts. Looped and looped and looped and looped and looped. And I never got anywhere. But now I think I've figured it out. At least a little bit. Anything you do, I've said this in lots of my videos, it's because I'm obsessed with it right now, okay? I'm a fanatic looking at how to schedule time because it's important to me right now. I'm learning how I can prioritize these years of my life to spend them to their fullest. And what I've learned is the 100% rule. Put yourself 100% at anything you do. Now, I've said this over and over. Why do I keep saying this? It's because when I was doing business, I never got anywhere because I'd always quit at the bottom. I'd always quit down here. I'd ride the wave, I'd get super happy, I'd go down Minecraft, and I don't stay here. I'd get to the bottom, and then I'd be like, okay, Minecraft. What? And then I'd play Minecraft, and then I'd go back to business, and back and forth and back and forth. And I never got anywhere. So what you need to do is make your brain focus on one thing at a time. So throw out your phone. If there's a computer in your room, power it off, close it. ChatGPT's nice, but it's not that nice. Get your textbook out. If it's physical, if it's online, figure that out. But get your textbook out and start working. And start working. Start doing your textbook. Schedule your time. Say, I'm going to do it for this amount of time. I'm going to do it for an hour. I'm going to do it for 2. I'm going to do it for 4. I'm going to do it for 6. 6 hours. Do you know how long people are awake? It's like 14 hours. You've still got 8 hours left. Assuming you eat for 2 of those, you've still got 6 hours left to work on your business. Now, that's a lot of time left to work on your business. So what you do is you schedule your time. You say, I'm going to do 6 hours school. I'm going to throw myself at it. I'm 100% focused on school in these 6 hours. I will take 30-minute breaks. I'll take 15-minute breaks. But I'm focused on this thing. In those breaks, what am I doing? I'm not going on my phone. I'm not going on the computer. I'm not going on my TV. What I'm doing in those breaks is I'm taking productive breaks. I go for a walk. I go to the bathroom. I play some sports. Go shoot some hoops in our basketball net. Doesn't matter. Just don't go on any of the screens. And what will start to happen is you'll start to get stuff done. Because what will happen at first is you'll sit in your room and you'll be here and you'll be like, oh, I don't know what to do. But time heals wounds, okay? So you don't know what to do and you'll sit here, but you've got 6 hours. You've already scheduled this. So you're like, I'm in this room for 6 hours. And then maybe at hour 5, you're like, I know what I gotta do. I know what I have to do. And then you get up and you start working. And this might take a day, might take 2, might take 3, might take a week, might take a month, might take a year. Is it worth that breakthrough though? Is it worth the breakthrough for you to have lasting success? I think so. And this is while keeping good grades up in school. So you're starting a business and you're keeping good grades. Now, at some point, you'll have to decide, I want to go into this, I want to go into business, or I want to go into like a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist, anything. You'll decide that. But it doesn't have to be at the very beginning. At the very beginning, it's okay to do school and business. Don't count school out just because you think business is going to save you. What I've learned is that school helps business. You take the principles you learn in your Charlie Morgan video and you apply that to everything you learn in school. You apply that to everything. Right now I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon in school. And I just see it. I see the connections. I see, oh, this YouTuber talked about this. This YouTuber talked about that. Business principle, business principle. And I'm connecting the dots. And school, it's helping me. By doing both of them at once, I'm thinking about it more. I am internalizing it. I am remembering it better. So, this is a big concept, and this video isn't the best structured. I should have at the beginning done a great hook, but for all of you that are here, and for all of you that understand this, it will help you to realize that you can do school and business. You just have to sit with them. You literally have to sit and bang your head against your desk. And after you bang your head enough times, God's going to give you an idea. And if he doesn't, you're breaking your brain patterns. You're not going on Instagram. You're not going on YouTube. You're not going on TikTok. You're not wasting your brain. Okay? So, yeah, I really hope that this helped someone out there. Definitely not my usual style of video, but yeah. I guess that's the end of this video. I'm so fired up about this topic. I'll probably be making more about these later on down the line. Like more about time, more about how to budget it. It's just it's what I'm learning about. So, yeah, I hope some of you learn from it too. All right, see you later.